have so much going on in my brain, so many things I need to do. I just got out of the shower, and sometimes when I take a shower, I get the most clarity, and I figured out a plan in which I'm going to go about today so I can get ready for my market. So I need to print out things like a little menu for the items that I have and the pricing. I need to print out things like a QR code for like pay via Venmo or PayPal or whatever, and little like labels and stuff. Then I need to sew my fabric to make my tote bags that I'm going to be offering. I need to print some more stickers, just a few more, not a ton, but just a few more stickers. And then with the labeling and the menu and stuff, I need to laminate all of that and create a little post about me vending at this little pop-up market, or actually a few markets. I have another market later towards the end of the month that I'll be doing, but for this weekend's market, that's what I have to do today. I have one other session, so in between this time, I think what I'll do is print out the labels and stuff, get all that together, and then once I'm done with my session, then sew all the things, because that's probably everything you don't want. So let's get to work. But first coffee, and I need to refill my little coffee tin. But I got a package from Trade, and this is the little coffee subscription that I'm subscribed to. And have really enjoyed the subscription. It's nice getting different blends. This month is Panther, the East Coast blend. The subscription that I have is based off of roast, so I chose medium roast. That's kind of my preference, but you can choose either light, medium, dark, etc. You could do whole beans, grounds. We do whole beans because we have a coffee grinder here, so we just grind our own coffee, and that's fine. Oh, it smells so good. Anyways, yeah, this is a pretty cool subscription. This is not sponsored by any means, but it could be. So Trade, if you're watching, hi, I'm Katie. Also, hi everybody. I don't think I said hello properly. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Katie. Welcome to my brain. So I'm sorry, y'all. Anyways, yeah, Trade, this is such a cool company. I will leave a link to their website and you can check it out for yourself. But you could either take a little quiz and get a subscription that way, or you can just be like, hey, I want a medium roast. Send me all the medium roasts you got, and they'll send it to you each month. You can either do a 12-month or only monthly, or 3 months, I believe. We did the whole year, and this whole year has been really fun. I've enjoyed getting to see where other coffee places are at in the US, and they do small batches, so it's cool. I'll leave a link, but yeah, this coffee needs to bring me to life because your girl's struggling over here. I'm having trouble thinking of things to say. I could just be tired and just stressed out, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. We're here.
everyone. Sorry I didn't get to film as much as I would have liked at my market. I was so nervous, excited, but just like so nervous. Um, but I loved my little booth, little setup, and overall it was such a good experience. But let me put my coffee down and I'll chat with y'all as I'm putting my laundry away. So give me 1 second. Hold on. Okay, so I got there at least like 30 minutes before the event was about to start. And I got there, set up everything the way I wanted it to, and it took literally like 15 minutes. It was helpful because my boyfriend was there with me, so we were able to get things up and running fast. So that was very helpful. Um, but overall, it was a good experience. I think there were some things I could have done differently. Like, I realized that one of my items that I was selling, the price range, I had made it different at the market than it is on my website. And I'm a person that likes consistency. And so when I noticed that, I was like, that's probably why they didn't sell as much, because of the price. So, note to self, double check everything, make sure everything is the same. So I will be fixing that before my next event, which will be in a couple of weeks. But other than that, I was surprised that I even got a few sales. So for those that are watching and were there and went, thank you. I appreciate y'all. I wasn't expecting to get any sales, but I went in being like, if things happen, great. And if not, that's okay too. It's all a learning experience. So it was humbling. It was inspiring because I didn't realize the things that I thought were going to sell didn't sell. And the things that I was like, I'll just throw this in here last minute, they did really well. So I don't know. I will say I am a little disappointed that I didn't get the tote bags done. Just as I mentioned it in the clips before this, as I was getting into it, I felt like I was rushing the process, and it didn't help that I didn't manage my time more efficiently to cutting out the patterns beforehand, and then slowly, like, I could have done it day by day and like done one tote bag a day. And so by the time I had gotten to the market, they would have already been done. But I didn't do that, and I rushed it, and I was feeling a little overwhelmed. And so I was like, you know what? No, I'm just going to bring what I have, and uh, I'll save this for my next market. So I am planning on doing that today. So for a little bit, I will work on some of the tote bags, and then by next, not this weekend, but the weekend after, by that time, I'll have the tote bags ready to go. Because again, I don't know if they're going to sell, but I want to at least get some handmade ones and put them out there. But I do realize, like, if I plan on doing like anything handmade, like sewing projects, I need to either put a take a chunk out of my day to actually like dedicate to doing that, or dedicate a whole day to just sewing, and it's going to require some planning because the amount of time that I was like, oh, I'll just whip it up, it didn't work out that way. So I'm going to have to be a little bit more intentional with doing any type of sewing project. So good lesson learned. I will say, like, as I was kind of doing all these projects, trying to do the tote bag, trying to, oh yeah, I made bookmarks, which I will upload them to my website by the time this video comes out. They'll already be on my website, but I made bookmarks, and those are the ones that sold the most. So I guess I'll be making some bookmarks, which is fine. I mean, I when I was doing them, I felt like I was back in college, scrambling to get my project done before the final. Which I can say, as an art major, yeah, the amount of times I did that is embarrassing. But again, I am happy with how the event turned out, and it was great networking and meeting new people, other artists and vendors, and it felt like a really good community. So I'm really excited for my next one. We'll see how the vibe is, but for my first one, I feel like I was spoiled a little bit just because the owner was super nice. Um, and everyone there was just really nice and supportive. So if any of you are watching this, thank you. I really appreciate you. I'm going to make sure I tag everybody, their socials, their business socials in the description below, so you can check them out and support their business. But yeah, they were all super nice. So thank you guys. I really appreciate y'all. Really made me feel welcomed in the artist community. And I hope to see you guys at a different vending or different vending event. So yeah, I'm gonna finish doing the laundry, folding, putting things away, and then we can sew some tote bags together. All right, well, clothes are all put away. I just realized it's a new month and I haven't done a reading for myself, and I think that would be a good thing for me to do, especially since I had what I would consider a monumental moment for myself of going to this market, putting myself out there, putting my art out there like in real life instead of just online. And so I feel like it would be a good thing to see what spirit has to say and or direct me this month as to what I can focus on, whether it be my art, my career, and my personal life. You know, that actually might be a good spread, doing the three. So one card could represent my art path, what can be about like my actual career, and the other one could be about like what I need to focus on in my personal life. Yeah, let's do that. So let's do the reading first, and then we'll start the sewing project. Okay, so I think I'm looking around the camera because that's where, here, let me just move you guys. Okay, what I'm thinking for the cards, I've used my own, and I've used the green Oracle Witch deck, which like, that's been kind of my go-to ones. But I feel like for this one, I need a little bit more direction or structure. I don't know. So I'm feeling called to use my Dungeons and Dragons deck. And or use my Disney Villains deck. Since I've been using two these last couple of readings that I did with you guys, I think I might do both. So again, I'll do one stack for
career, one stack for my art, one stack for just things in my personal life, and we'll kind of go from there. So we'll do these ones first, and then we'll pull cards. Maybe I'll use this if I need clarification. Yeah, but that seems better. So we'll do these, but then if I have questions on what they mean, or if there's anything else that needs to be said, then we'll use this one. Cool. Yay. All right, so these cards are also very hard to shuffle. All right, so 3 cards. What can I focus on this month with? Oh, no. No. I'm gonna put those back because I don't trust it. Oh, okay. Well, all right, this one, I didn't even look. I don't know what that one is. This one's going to be what I need to focus on: career, art, personal life. Let's decide. Career, art, personal life. So we got one for career. Art. No. 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 Oh. Okay. Fine. No. Okay. Personal life. Jeez. Any okay. I guess maybe I won't be. No. Career is going off the charts right now. I just want to have 3 things. That's it. Anything else you want to say for art? Anything else? You were very vocal about career and my personal life. Okay. I'm going to take the top one. Okay. Enough. Ew. Enough. Okay. Let's see what I have. So actually, let me bring out my Disney villain ones. And I'll just say, do any of these cards with career, art, and personal life. Is there anything you just want to say in general before I ask any clarifying questions? Okay. Well, this is gonna go here. Okay. I'm gonna take the bottom one because that felt right. Oh, we already know the career is High Priestess. Okay, and we'll just do that for now. For now. Okay. Okay, well, let's see. I don't know which one went first, but we've got the sun that's upside down, the 4 of strength, and then High Priestess. Also, people who actually do readings, if any of these, if you notice anything or something comes up for you, please put it in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your perspective and what maybe spirit or whatever guides you. I would be curious as to what they say. And then, so this is career for my art. We've got Empress, we've got King of Wisdom, and the Empress upside down. Okay. With personal life, King of Intelligence, Ace of Intelligence. Oh, we got two intelligences. And then
King of coins. So let me pull out my handy dandy notebook and just see what they have to say. So I love the artwork for the Dungeons and Dragons deck. It's so pretty. Okay, I need to save this. And the sun. Okay. So the sun, returning to innocence and vitality of childhood. And it's upside down. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Okay. Well, since it's career, returning to the innocence and vitality of childhood. I think maybe what this is saying, since I am in and I'm doing art therapy, I feel like art is, which is almost speaking to this too, my art side. As much as I'm doing that for my art, I should probably do that for my career. And maybe I need to do more art activities because I have been doing some art activities with my patients, but not as much. So maybe I need to engage a little bit more with that, or really figure out, because I think I've mentioned it in my other videos, like I want to start my own art therapy business of some kind. It would be non-clinical, but doing something. So either I'm collaborating with other therapists here in the area to do like workshops, or I do my own workshop. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm wondering if that's what it's talking about, of like I haven't been doing that, and so maybe I need to return to it, or to not lose sight of what my purpose is when it comes to my career, and that, you know, I want, as much as I'm catering, ooh, this came up, as much as I'm catering to my inner child with my art and my art business, I should probably do that and keep that same energy with my career. And I maybe haven't been doing that. So to focus on doing that. And then the Four of Strength. Four of Strength. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Seek out others to collaborate with. Oh, yo, I just said collaborate. What? Okay. Well, maybe it's talking about like networking. So as much as I've been putting maybe energy into my art with the childlike innocence and being creative and nurturing my creativity, I need to do the same with my career. And maybe I've lost sight of that. Or I need to focus on how to reincorporate that aspect or that same energy into my career so that I can network and meet new people, or just put myself out there. Because, yeah, I put myself out there with art. I need to do the same with my career. Okay. And then let me just see what the High Priestess says. These are so fun. I love High Priestess. Okay. High Priestess says, the High Priestess is secretive, intuitive figure whose power comes from deep within her own subconscious. Like Maleficent, she is sophisticated, calculating, and a magical force to be reckoned with. If it's upright, which it is, the Princess, the High Priestess tarot card is a call to look deeper. You may not be seeking a situation, friendship, or relationship in your life for what it really is. What is your intuition telling you? Take inspiration from mysterious Maleficent and embrace solitude in ruminating on this predicament. Consider it carefully, for there is more going on than meets the eye. Okay, so I guess in looking at both of these, if I'm trying to bring back, if I need to be returning to
innocence and childhood. And I need to network. Like, maybe I need to, figure out what I actually want my career to look like, sound like, feel like, so that I can then truly network and find the people that are going to help me grow and connect so that I can thrive in this area. Because not that I'm not thriving, but I think I could, be a little bit more intuitive and look a little bit deeper into how I want this to look like so it can be upright. But then how do I then communicate and start putting myself out there and networking with others? So, yeah. Okay. Wow, that was that was a lot. That's done. And now we can go on to my art. Okay, so my first card was the Empress, and it says, realizing your capacity to express beauty and to nurture others from a place of power. Okay, and the second one is King of Wisdom, fully accepting this moment, allowing complaints to dissolve, be kind to yourself. And then this is upside down. Just gonna put her right there. And 10 right there. All right. The Empress. Like Mother Gothel, the Empress is a powerful maternal figure who places a high value on beauty. Mother Gothel uses a magic flower to keep her youthful appearance for hundreds of years, but when the flower's magic is transferred to Rapunzel, Gothel is determined to stay young by any means necessary, even if it means keeping Rapunzel locked away in a tower. So I got it in reversed. Reversed. The Empress indicates personal insecurity and the need for self-love. Take a leaf out of Mother Gothel's book and admire yourself. Stand in front of a mirror and strike a pose. Boost your self-confidence with positive affirmation. You got it going on. Okay. I definitely feel like this is a reaction to maybe what I've felt before and after my little art market. I think sometimes, like when I'm trying to create things to sell or just kind of like what I'm interested in, I'm trying to be intentional. And I think sometimes that makes it feel like I'm being selfish and like I'm only creating things that I like and not for anybody else for like a selling point. But at the same time, like I understand some people are going to like my art and some people aren't, and that's okay. But I also need to remind myself that, like, even if people don't like my art, that's not a personal attack on me. That just means they don't like it, and that's okay. And I shouldn't be hard on myself when that happens, or when I don't get a lot of sales, or when people just walk by my booth. I think initially I felt myself like when people would walk up, they would look at stuff and they would walk away, like taking that little bit of rejection and noticing like what thoughts came up when that would happen. And not that it didn't happen too much, but in my anxiousness, I felt that little tiny sliver of like, oh, you're not good enough, or oh, you could be better and making better art because look at all these other people. Like, I can't say those statements or those phrases didn't come up for me, because they did. But at the same time, I was able to kind of balance these two. And maybe this is why they're upright, but balancing these two of like, the stuff that I make is beautiful and intentional, as well as I understand that the things that I find beautiful might not be necessarily beautiful to others, and that's okay. And I can take the wisdom in that the people that feel the same thing I felt with whatever I'm creating, if they feel that, they will come towards me. And
even for people that don't come towards me, that's okay. And I can hold space for both. I can hold the wisdom that I am still learning and growing, and I will continue to grow. And I shouldn't be so hard on myself, that this is a new journey, a new process, and I can still create beautiful things and learn from it. You know, I think I'm learning how to balance, I guess, these two. And I think Mother Gothel is telling me, like, hey, like, you did a good job. You did a good job. Like, keep doing it. And I actually saw when I was uploading this video that someone had commented on my last video, and they said some really kind words, and they were uplifting words. And so a good reminder that people that resonate will gravitate towards you, and people that don't, they won't, and that's okay too. So a reminder to, yeah, not be so hard on myself. Like, I'm doing good things. Like, I just need to remind myself here and there. So yeah, I feel like this is pretty valid to what I experienced with my art. I have the Knight of Intelligence, Ace of Intelligence, and King of Coins. So the the Knight of Intelligence says, channeling raw ambition into a constructive, thoughtful, and focused plan. A holy order needs your aid to sanctify a place defiled by demons. Mm-hmm. And then Ace of Intelligence, finding your inner wizard and using your genius to discover new ideas and have breakthroughs. Okay. And then I have the King of Coins. Up there. Put this here for now. King of Coins. So, King of Coins, I got it upright. And it says, the King of Coins is passionate about business and wealth management. He has the experience and skills to back it up. Like Prince John, he loves money, material comforts, and the finer things in life. If this card is drawn in a tarot reading about money or business, it is a positive sign denoting success and abundance. I guess with my personal life, I don't necessarily mean like this could be actual like money. I mean, if it is, I ain't got plain. Like, I would love to have extra money. But I think in my personal life, it could be finding, like, to me, wealth isn't just about money. It could be the wealth of the things that I currently have, and how am I actually experiencing my wealth. So like with this, the Knight of Intelligence, channeling raw ambition into a constructive, thoughtful, and focused plan. I think for me, like I said earlier, in when I was folding laundry, like, I want to be intentional, and if I want to do things like my sewing projects, I need to be intentional, but have like a focus plan. Like, I need to have a plan or time where I dedicate to doing something. And I think what is challenging for me sometimes is that I'll have a plan and then I don't stick fully to the plan. Like, I'll just improvise, and that only gets me so far. So I feel like this is kind of telling me, hey, like, you want to have all of this, all the wealth, all the abundance in your life. You're gonna have to work better at time management. Time management, that's what's coming up for me. Time management and following through with your plan. Like, I think because I did follow with the plan in my art business and creating things, doing the market, and, you know, selling some things, I experienced the abundance and wealth
from that experience because I stuck to a plan. So if I stick to a plan, then yes, I could experience more highlights, more wealth. But I have to work on my time management. I have to be mindful of how I am utilizing my time. And I think this also kind of goes with the high priestess of like being, having deeper thoughts with it. Really looking at my ideas and ambitions and all of that and just like sitting with it to making sure like all of this is aligned. And if I don't, and I just kind of go with the flow or go with what feels right in that moment, I might miss information. So yeah, I need to be thoughtful. And then my ace of intelligence, I think finding my inner wizard to discover new ideas and have breakthroughs. I think if I can work on this, I can find the balance between both of these. Yeah, I can find having my thoughtful, focused plans, and then if I'm inspired by the plans, I can then go back and forth between these two. And making sure that like I don't get I don't know why the phrase lost in the sauce came into my mind. So I don't get lost in the sauce when I'm going between these two. So that I can have my wealth, my opportunities, my abundance.
Okay, well, that was a lot. And again, if any of you who are watching do readings, I would be very curious as to what messages you got from these cards, to add to like what I said, or if this resonated with you too. Like, I'd be curious as to what spoke out to you after doing the readings, or reading from the little booklets. What spoke out to you. But I think December, what it's calling me to do is to making sure to still create beautiful things, to not being harsh on myself, to being thoughtful, and to engage in those inspirational moments that will help me connect to my innocent, my childlike feeling, the sensation. But then networking, communicate. Because I think part of, even with the market, pushing myself to actually talk to other people, and not that I'm like opposed to doing that, but like the networking side of things, that is a whole new arena for me. And so if I'm wanting to thrive my art, or not thrive, but if I want to expand and grow my art business, it requires me to actually network. And same with my career. If I want to create my own art therapy business, I have to network. I have to communicate. So if I want to do this, as well as my art, or as well as, my art business, I need to have a plan. I can't just like, I mean, I could, but I might not get the benefits. So I need to have a plan. I need to have a plan to do it. And I like how, I just noticed this, but this is the only card that I believe, I don't know, actually, no, this doesn't. But my Ace of Intelligence, this is the only card that has like a book in it. And I feel like for me, like, I use planners, I use a calendar a lot. So creating a plan. And also I have 2 mirrors. So I think of mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? I need to look myself in the mirror. Look myself in the mirror, remind myself, hey, you're doing good, you've got this, you're still doing the work, you're still
pushing to, fulfill your dreams and aspirations. But don't get lost. Don't get lost in the sauce. Like, make sure you're still in reality. Like, feel all the good feelings. It's important. But make sure we, are recognizing how we're experiencing it, what's coming up when we experience things, and can we make a plan so that we can nurture more ideas so that we can create beautiful things. Beautiful things. All right. Well, that was good. I feel good. Man, I was getting way too many cards. I was like, calm down. Calm down. All right. That was good. And now we can go sew some totes. I got all my tote bags done. I didn't expect to have that be a long project. I think just how I experienced my time when it came to doing watercolor, I'm pretty sure I said it in one of my other videos that I just need to listen to my body. So as much as I loved how all these turned out, and excited to see if they sell when I go to my next market, I need to have more of a plan. Like the card said, I need to have a plan to see if it aligns with what I want to do, and if it's something that I truly want to do, then I need to be intentional with my time. I need to be mindful and thoughtful of how much energy it will take to actually do those, because on one hand, I'm actually feeling like I'm coming down with some things. My energy feels really, really low this week, but also it took me at least an hour and a half to do one and a half totes. So I need to make sure if I'm going to do it, I give myself some time to actually piece everything together and then put all the pieces together to make the tote bag and go from there. So if I decide to do this again, I'll find out more when I go to the market to see how well they do. And if they don't do well, I tried it, and it's not that I'm not going to make any more tote bags. I think I will. But again, just even doing the project and then putting it out, or not putting it out, but doing the project, putting all of the tote bags together, and I can see how I can get lost and really frustrated with it if I just do it on a whim, like what I tried to do with my last market. So I'm glad it's done, and now I can focus on the market. But I'm gonna end it here, guys. So thank you for hanging out with me and for just chit-chatting with me and doing a reading. If
again, you felt connected with the reading, or if you got different messages for yourself, because I did it for me, not so much for you guys, because I don't really know how I would actually do that. So if it resonates with you, great. I would love to hear your thoughts and comments about it. And if not, well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a good day, week, weekend, whenever you're watching this. But I will see y'all in the next one. All right, bye.